DRG Kids.
Story Magic Coin. There was a town called Uttamgarh. There used to live a princess, Bhadra, who was famous for her beauty. She was a princess and she was very beautiful. So, she had a lot of attitude. In the same town, there used to live a blacksmith with his family. He used to make swords, daggers, and other iron things for the king. And blacksmith's daughter, Sumiti, used to be with Princess Bhadra and dress up with her. Hence, she had become good friends with Princess Bhadra. Sumiti too was as beautiful as Princess Bhadra.
Princess, you are looking so beautiful.
I know I'm beautiful, but you're looking beautiful too.
Slowly the time passed, and then the princess got married to Kaushalgarh's king, Chandrasen, after a few days. And there was another blacksmith called Lalit in Kushalgarh. Sumiti got married to Lalit. But now, Sumiti and Princess Bhadra were not friends anymore. Sumiti used to worship goddess Durga. She was a devotee of goddess Durga.
Goddess, I have been worshipping you since so long now. But when will I get to experience the happiness?
Her husband Lalit hears her cry, and he asks her,
What happened, Sumiti? Why do you look so sad today?
As you can see, I have been worshipping goddess Durga since childhood. But she's not listening to me.
Why are you saying all this?
My father was a blacksmith, and you are a blacksmith too. The princess and I both are equally beautiful. But she was a princess, so now she's married to a king, and I'm a wife to a blacksmith.
Don't be disheartened. Everyone has their own destiny.
he says this and leaves. But Sumiti thinks,
Queen Bhadra is my childhood friend. If I ask her for help, she will surely help me. At least my husband will not have to be a blacksmith all his life.
Thinking about this, she comes to the palace. Sumiti reaches to the palace and tells the guard that she wants to see the queen.
I want to meet the queen.
And who are you?
I am her friend.
The guard comes to the queen's room.
Hail the queen! There is someone to see you who claims to be your friend.
All right. Send her to my room right away.
Go on. You can go and meet the queen now.
The guard tells Sumiti and guides her to the queen's room. Sumiti reaches queen's room and starts smiling after seeing her friend after a long time. She says,
We are meeting after such a long time. Queen Bhadra?
Who are you? Do we even know each other?
Queen Bhadra? I'm your childhood friend, Sumati. Didn't you recognize me?
Friend? I don't remember seeing you ever in my life. Looking at you, nobody will say that you belong to a royal family. And if that's the case, how can you be my friend?
I'm really sorry, Queen. I considered myself to be your friend. Please forgive me for this grave mistake.
All right, I forgive you. Now leave at once. And remember, don't do this ever again. If you do so, I will kick you out of my kingdom.
I will never commit this mistake again. I'm sorry, Queen Bhadra.
Sumiti goes back to her house crying. Over here, Queen Bhadra scolds the guard.
Don't you understand this much? That anybody coming to meet me is not my friend. Look at her and look at me. Do you think we could be friends? How did you make such mistake?
Sumiti was quiet and sobbing while making chapatis. At that time, Sumiti's husband Lalit comes back home after a day of hard work.
Please give me some water.
Sumiti does not hear him. She is busy thinking about something.
I am telling you, please give me some water to drink.
Have this.
What happened? Why are you so sad today? What happened? Tell me.
No, nothing at all.
Of course there is something.
I'm just not feeling alright.
Don't be disheartened. Very soon everything will be fine.
After a few days, Lalit's work picks up. And Sumiti also starts learning pottery. And then, slowly, she also starts making money.
See, now everything is just fine, isn't it? Now you are also helping me out in business.
Both are very happy. Time passes by. But one day, a tree fell on Lalit. Because of that, his limb gets damaged. He is bedridden for days. And Sumiti has to now take care of the family.
I don't know who got jealous of our happiness. We were just experiencing happiness now. But now you have to take care of everything.
Don't worry, dear. This too shall pass. You take care.
One day, Sumiti's neighbor comes to Sumiti's house and says,
Dear Sumiti, some of us are going on the banks of the river near the mountain. Do you want to join us?
No, sister. I cannot leave my husband alone. Who will take care of him if I leave?
Oh, all right. Do one thing. Give me one coin. I will throw it in the river on your behalf. It is said that if you pray to that river, all your wishes come true.
Sumiti gives a coin to her neighbor and says,
Please take this, sister. Put it in the river.
All right.
When the neighbor goes on the banks of the river with other people, she puts in her coin and then Sumiti's coin. As soon as Sumiti's coin goes inside, 2 diamond bangles come out of the river.
Oh my God! What is this miracle? I have never seen such a bangle before. I should quickly go and tell Sumiti about it.
The neighbor goes to Sumiti's house.
Sumiti! Oh Sumiti! Listen to me, dear.
Oh, what's the matter, sister? Why do you look so worried?
Do you remember the 1 paisa coin that you gave me to throw in the river?
Yes, what happened? Did you not put it in the river?
No, dear. I threw it in the river, and as soon as I threw it, it turned into 2 diamond bangles. Look, I got those bangles for you. I'm sure that coin was a magical one.
Sumiti was very happy to receive 2 diamond bangles. She sells 1 bangle to the goldsmith and received a lot of money so that she can use it for her husband's treatment and also for daily expenses. After few days, King Chandrasen bought the same bangle for Queen Bhadra as a gift. My queen, I have got a beautiful diamond bangle just for you.
My dear king, have you heard anyone buying just 1 bangle? If you wanted to buy, you could have bought a set of 2. Now how will I wear just 1 bangle?
I was going to buy 2 bangles, but the goldsmith had only 1. He told me that this beautiful bangle has come out of a river after a coin was put in it.
In that case, you do whatever you can. But get me the other one too.
King Chandrasen goes to the goldsmith once again. But the goldsmith says,
I had just received 1 bangle. I will give you the address of that lady who sold this to me. You can meet her yourself.
King comes to Sumiti's house and tells her everything.
Oh Lord, I have heard whatever you said. I will give you the second bangle too. But you please ask the queen to come here herself and collect
The
it.
king did as Sumiti asked him to do. The second bangle was with Sumiti and Bhadra came to her to collect the bangle. They both saw each other.
Oh Sumiti, is that you? So you have this bangle. Why don't you give this to me?
How do you know my name?
You are my childhood friend, dear. You really can't do this to me, Sumiti. Please give me the other bangle.
You didn't even recognize me the other day. And today I'm your childhood friend?
Oh, that was my mistake. You can take whatever you want in exchange.
Alright, in that case give me a lot of gold coins and half of your kingdom.
You are asking for too much.
The bangle is very precious, Queen Bhadra.
The queen wanted that bangle at any cost. So, she agreed to Sumiti and gave her gold coins and even half of a kingdom. After that, Sumiti lived her life happily. She also gave a lot of money to her neighbor and she used to also help the needy. After a few days, Lalit was also recovered.